After many years, I went to Lahore. It was strange. The feeling was strange. It was the same city, my Lahore, but perhaps it was not. The geographical city was there, but the city of my childhood had vanished. I looked up towards the sky. It was very distant and quiet, indifferent, nondescript, dusty and colorless, like a huge diffused haze of blue. Was it dust? Was it smoke? Or was it the collective embodiment of the sighs of the people who had parted from the city? Partition was an atrocity, to cut a country like a cake into 3 parts, and it was so sudden for us from Lahore particularly. When a few days were left, they spread the map on the table, and one Englishman said, "Let them go to hell," and he took a red pencil and drew a line. That was the boundary. And what about the people? People? Are there any people here? Let the people migrate. In that scenario, we were suddenly homeless. Eventually, we settled in Delhi. Settled is a very wrong word, because one never settles down. After one becomes homeless and an exile, that feeling of being an exile never goes away. As I told you earlier, that partition is not just one event. It was spread over the psyche of people over many, many years, because it is not easy to be an exile, be homeless, be a refugee, the word which Punjabis used to abhor. They said, "No, we are not refugees."
You know, a lot of my relatives of my age and also my cousins' children don't speak Punjabi at home. But when I was 8 or 9, my mother made sure, she said, "Khana tabhi milega agar Punjabi mein baat karoge." So although I was in an English school, you know, we only spoke Punjabi at home. So the emphasis was also on knowing the script. And I started reading Gurmukhi at the age of 8 or 9. There was always a separate little room for the Guru Granth Sahib, which we call Baba Ji Da Kamra. And you know, the Granth Sahib is composed of 36 poets' work, of which 6 are Sikh poets, the rest are Hindu and Muslim poets, which is its beauty. So I grew up loving the verses also, because it's all rhymed and it's all set in ragas. And you know, there was always this Gurbani falling into one's ears. I have a habit of using Gurbani even while I'm painting. And my mother being a writer, lot of coming and going of Punjabi writers. even from Pakistan, Punjabi writers coming into the house. There was this atmosphere of, Sufi literature and bhakti, and I was familiar with all these even when I was in school.
So I started writing at the age of 16, which is a very foolish age to start writing. And what do you write? Somehow at that age you want to live in a dream world. And what is a dream world? Dream world is a very romantic world. So that was my early writing, which I don't pay much attention to. And after that I looked around and I looked at the world. There were so many issues beyond men and women, so many problems being faced by people. And then all these issues started coming into my writings, and I became a very ladaku writer. Everybody says, oh, she is venomous, she writes about everything with such venom. Yes, I do. Kyunकार सतगुर प्रसाद बंदना हर बंदना गुण गावो गोपाल राय रहो वडै भाग पेटे गुरदेवा कोट पराध मिटे हर सेवा चरण कमल जाका मन रापै सोग अगंतिस जन न व्यापै सागर तरया साधु संगे निरपो नाम जपो हर रंगे पर तन देख किछ पाप न फेड़े जम जंदार न आवे नेड़े तिसना अगन प्रभाव बुझाई नानक उदरे पब शरणाई।